UFC Fight Night Cap versus Almabayev is coming out this weekend, and today, guys, I have the complete betting guide for you with timestamps if you'd like to skip to any part of the video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Guys, we're going to be going through confident picks, underdog opportunities, fights that I believe you should not be betting on, my personal lock of the week, and then we are going to get into the more fun part of the video, looking for any props that are available right now, and what we are going to be skipping is the parlay section because Betway's site is all messed up at the time of recording this video, and then we are going to get into the channel betting recap. If you want to skip to any part of the video, I appreciate you watching either way. Timestamps will be there if you'd like to skip to any part. Now, guys, let's start off with the confident picks of the card. The first confident pick that I have for you is going to be Esteban Ribovics. Guys, while I do believe Nasrat Haqparast is a very underrated fighter on an underrated win streak, Esteban has just officially impressed me so much more. It was honestly, after the Daniel Zellhuber fight, one of the greatest fights that I've ever seen in my entire life. He convinced me at this point that he is a high-level fighter and that he does have a future within the division. How far is he going to go? I don't know, but I'm kind of thinking like he might be anybody that's in like kind of the unranked territory right now. When it comes to this matchup specifically, I imagine it being a kickboxing bout, and I think that he's just straight up going to be a better kickboxer with a little bit more dog in him than Nasrat Haqparast. So Esteban Ribovics is a very confident pick of mine. And guys, it's important to note too, if you are new to the channel, which thank you so much for coming, by the way. I appreciate you spending your time over here. These betting guide videos are kind of a recap of my thoughts. We already do have a full card breakdown video already posted if you'd like me to see me dive as deep into these fights as we could possibly get, but thank you so much for listening to that. If you guys have been watching the channel, you already know that. Let's continue on to the next confident pick. It's going to be Danny Silva. Now, Lucas Almeida, I think he's a little bit better than people are giving him credit for, but Danny Silva, it's one of those problems where it's just like you have a fighter where I've been like majorly impressed with so far versus Lucas Almeida, who is just a decent fighter. Danny Silva, I believe, has more options to win this fight. I believe he can utilize a greater toolkit. And again, I think that he could just get the job done, man. Danny Silva is another confident pick of mine. He is a prospect that I really do believe in. Speaking of prospects I do believe in, though, let's continue on to the next confident pick, that being Danny Barlow. Sam Patterson, okay? He is improving. He's adding new tools to his toolkit. But at the moment that he's at right now, I don't think that his striking level is on the level of Danny Barlow. And Danny Barlow has shown to be, I don't want to say levels above, but like a clear step ahead in the skill set that Sam Patterson is at right now. I would imagine this fight's going to remain on the feet, and a little part of me worries about Sam Patterson. Like I said, he is constantly adding to his game. If he wants to throw a takedown out there, perhaps he can have some success, but I'm going to assume this is going to be a kickboxing match, and if that's the case, then I am confident that Danny Barlow will get the job done. This one I would say is my least confident pick out of the confident picks, but Danny Barlow still yet is a confident pick of mine. Let's continue on to the next confident pick, guys. It's going to be William Gomez. I was underrating this guy. You know what really made me believe in William Gomez was his last performance. He went to war with Joynerson Brito and kept up with the pace that that guy could bring, and that says something, man. Joynerson Brito is going to be a top-level fighter someday, and William Gomez went toe-to-toe with him and had a fantastic fight. He's shown what level of MMA fighter he is at right now, and he's been on a win streak since coming to the UFC. Haider Imel is on a win streak, of course, himself as well, just in his career in general. He's undefeated, but I haven't been impressed from what he's done so far. I've been watching this guy all the way back since LFA, and he's looking good, don't get me wrong. It's just, I think, again, there's a little bit of a level between what William Gomez brings to the table and what Haider Imel brings to the table. I think we're going to see the O leave Haider Imel's record, and I think William Gomez is going to get the job done. Let's continue on, guys. I have one underdog opportunity for you tonight. If you guys are new to the channel, this underdog opportunity is not necessarily a pick of mine. It's not a bet that I'm going to be making myself. Out of the entire card, where is their value? Where could you possibly get an underdog with good chances? That is going to be Douglas Silva de Andrade. I think this is a little bit of a closer fight than the odds kind of suggest. I just don't think that Sexy Mexi should be a minus 230 favorite. Both guys are at similar points in their career, and I think that Douglas Silva de Andrade has more options to win this fight. I worry that he's almost 40, but as I said in my full card breakdown, man, it seems to be mattering less and less the age, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's a change in prospect level, but regardless, Douglas Silva de Andrade would not shock me if he got the upset win over here. Let's continue on, guys, to a few fights that I believe that you should avoid, and the first one being Charles Johnson versus Ramazan Tamirov. Guys, I think this is just two fantastic prospects going at it. Charles Johnson is a fantastic fighter. Ramazan Tamirov seems to be a very, very true prospect in himself. Both guys are fantastic. I don't know how this fight's going to go. And Charles Johnson's always live for that KO, right? Let's continue on to Montana Del Rosa versus Luana Carolina. Kind of the opposite with this one. Well, we had Charles Johnson and Ramazan Tamirov that are two fantastic fighters. Here, unfortunately, you're getting to the lower level side of things, and neither girl has necessarily looked good. Neither of them have done anything impressive in their careers, and I don't know what's going to happen when these two clash. It's just underwhelming performance after underwhelming performance, and I don't know who's going to get the win between those two. Let's continue on to Cody Brundage, Julian Marquez. Guys, I'm never, ever touching a Cody Brundage fight, ever. Okay? I don't care whose opponent is. Let me walk you through this. Cody Brundage, okay? The Rodriguez Dumas. Weird fight. Horrible performance on both ends, okay? Jacob Malkoun, disqualification. Zach Reese, he got a slam KO. Bo Nickel, he weirdly made it competitive with Bo Nickel. And then, again, the fight got called from accidental blows to the back of the head. When this guy steps in, something weird is bound to happen. So stay away from it. I don't care if it's a round line. I don't care if it's any sort of prop whatsoever. I don't care if you're picking against him. Something weird's going to happen in most Cody Brundage fights, and I am not touching it, okay? Let's continue on to the main event. Manel Kape, Asu Almabayev. Now, I actually almost considered Asu Almabayev as an underdog opportunity, but I have questions about where he lies against the top of the division. He's looked great so far and had fantastic performances, fantastic fights. He seems to be the real deal, but he's yet to take on somebody to the level of Manel Kape, okay? That's where it's tough, and that's why I'm personally going to be staying away from this fight. If he beats Manel Kape, we'll get an idea of where he's at in the division, but right now, we don't know. Plus, Manel Kape had just shined in his last performance, so even if you want to say that Asu Almabayev might be able to get a handle on him, Manel Kape might be better than ever. We don't know. Tough fight, just like the Charles Johnson fight. Both guys are so good that I'm personally going to be staying away from this one. Now, guys, let's continue on to lock of the week. The fighter on the card that I am most confident in is Chepe Mariscal. Guys, I have been saying this on the channel every single time Chepe Mariscal fights. I've been watching him since the LFA days, and I've been saying this every single time that he's came into the UFC. This guy is so good, and he is so complete, and his heart's on another level. I am going to keep betting on this man until the wheels fall off the train. I don't care who the opponent is. I don't care how good the opponent is, how bad the opponent is. I'm putting my money on Chepe Mariscal until it doesn't work. Then I'll reevaluate. In this matchup, I see no reason as to why Chepe Mariscal can't get a one-up on Ricardo Ramos no matter where it is in the UFC, and it sucks because he's a big favorite now. I've been riding the Chepe Mariscal train for a very long time, guys. This dude will fight for your money. Yeah, look at it that way, guys. Chepe Mariscal will fight for your money. This dude will bring it. He will never accept any sort of bad position, and he will look to destroy his opponent. Chepe Mariscal, in this particular matchup, should shine. Watch us be the one he loses out of all of the tough fights he's had. Like, I don't mean to be disrespectful towards Ricardo Ramos because he's a capable fighter himself, but Chepe Mariscal's on another level, man. I am supremely confident in Chepe Mariscal to get the job done. Very, very confident pick and lock of the week. Now, guys, unfortunately, we do not have any fun parlays that we can make this video because right now, the Betway site's all weird. Don't know what's going on, and I don't have time to record another time. So let's see if there are any props that we can take a look at right now. If there's anything over on OddsJam that we can have. Let's see over here. Sorry for a little bit of a delay. So we have JJ Aldrich, Andrea Lee, over 2.5 minus 500. Don't touch this one. Don't touch this one. Andrea Lee is capable of getting finished, okay? I know it should happen. It should go to a decision, but especially for minus 500. That's crazy, okay? Lucas Almeida, Danny Silva, nothing really there too. Luana Carolina, Montana De La Rosa, over 4.5, minus 450 should hit. Mario Pinto, Austin Lane, minus 120 for over 1.5. I wouldn't hit that either. Ooh, Danny Barlow, Sam Patterson, over 1.5, minus 105. That I don't hate, but that's also not something that I would particularly go for, but I don't hate it. Asu Almabayev, Manel Kape, over 2.5, minus 333. That one makes sense, to be honest with you. Let's see what we have over here. Esteban Ribovics, Nasrat Hakparas. I actually don't mind the under. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I wouldn't put my money on it, but that's good value for the under, to be honest with you. William Gomez, Hyder Imo. The under's not too bad either. Yeah, I knew Julian Marquez, Cody Brundage. You never know what's going to happen. Over 1.5, under 1.5. If you're feeling risky, I mean, there's good odds either way. Chepe Mariscal, Ricardo Ramos, over 2.5 at plus money. John Castanedas, Douglas Silva, Dion Drage. Nothing really. There are no props that really scream out to me. If you're going to bank on Charles Johnson not getting submitted, which he has excellent transition, control, and submission defense, it's possible. And we don't even know if Ramazan Tamirov is going to come with a ground game plan. I actually don't mind minus 210 at over 2.5. I don't mind it, but if you guys have been following the channel, you would know that I am a very big 1.5 round guy. I hate doing 2.5s. Very, very rarely, if the odds are fantastic, I will do a 4.5. But guys, before I get you out of here, let's take a look at the channel betting recap. Excuse me, I'm a horrible YouTuber. I don't have it ready for you. So we ended up betting on UFC Seattle and Octagon 67. And as we've been doing, if you've been following the channel, I've been playing with very, very little money because I've been trying some riskier bets and some parlays. And so far, it hasn't worked out. We've only had one successful week. I don't know if I'm going to continue this. I don't know what I want to do this weekend, but I typically like playing it as safe as possible. I just find it fun venturing out, man, unfortunately. But as I did say in the post, as we've been doing recently, keeping things small and fun, I will have explanations for everything and diving a bit deeper into the members only video. And you can see for the fun parlays, unfortunately, none of them hit. We're down $7 over there, keeping things incredibly small. Almost hitting, but unfortunately, we didn't get any of the fun parlays. For the fun parlays, they're just to spice up the cards. They're picks that I liked, but not nearly confident to put a lot of money down. So for the official plays over here, we had 1-2 fight parlay, Gene Silva and Anthony Hernandez to win. That was a shoo-in. That made sense. The Nikolai Venturinov surprised me, okay? I thought he had excellent value, but again, we're keeping things incredibly small with 0.10 units. Javid Bashrat also dropped the ball. Underdog opportunity, Ricky Simone coming through, but I didn't jump on that. And then we had the Nursultan Ruziboev win, okay? The only decent bet that we made, and this is the one that I was confident on and talking about all week, Song Yadong to get the win. I ended up pointing 0.5 units on that. But for everything else, I was just playing. I know how it looks, and I don't want to sit here and take bad picks and go, oh, well, I was just playing around. But I actually, I was experimenting with a little bit of riskier bets, picks that I liked, but picks that I wasn't, supremely confident on, like a Song Yadong. That's really the only one, and of course, the 2-fight parlay over here. I was thinking about actually betting more like I did with Song Yadong, but I hate parlays, man. Something's bound to go wrong in the UFC, and I always worry about Gene Silva also getting chinned one of these days too. So Song Yadong was the only hard bet that we ended up making. Other than that, we had mixed success. I don't know if this is something that I'm going to continue with. Maybe another week of it. It's fun when you hit the parlays, man. But I also don't want to waste my money on this, right? That's why I'm only putting 10 units on it. I said 10 units. I meant 0.10. Excuse me. But guys, if you're interested in either supporting the channel or seeing exactly what I'm doing with my money each week, you can check out the members only content in the pinned comment description down below or right next to the subscribe button. Very cheap compared to other channels. Every Thursday, Friday, or Saturday morning, I will be uploading exactly what I am doing with my money in a members only video and a community post. Members only video diving a bit deeper into my choices. So again, if you're interested in either supporting the channel or seeing this Never Blindly Tale, combine my fight knowledge with your own research, then you can check out the channel membership. And thank you very much for your support, everybody. Also, if you want to check out OddsJam, link, pin comment, description down below. You can sign up to OddsJam, code Clenbat. You can get a discount if you use my link and the code Clenbat. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Check out the full card breakdown right here. I'll have to see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Messed up my outro.